Hi guys, I'm here to do a review of the YJ ChiLong. I got it off of Amazon.com and it costed about $10 or so. And it only took about 2 days shipping, so that was pretty cool. But okay, let's get to the review. When it comes to speed, this cube is actually pretty good. Even though YJ is not usually the best company when it comes to that. I have 4 3x3s in my collection right now, and this is probably the 3rd fastest out of 4, so it's not incredibly fast, but it's very stable. And you don't get lockups too often on this, so the speed, it's actually pretty good. It glides pretty well. I think that's one word to describe it. It's also kind of, I don't know what the word I'm looking for, but it's kind of sandy almost. Like, compared to the Moyu Oolong here, which is pretty buttery and bubbly and less kind of sandy. I prefer the feel of this rather than this. But basically, if you like a cube that's has a sandy feel and it's fast and it has minimal friction between the pieces, I would recommend the YJ ChiLong in that category. So, yeah. So when it comes to corner cutting of the cube, that's where the flaws really tend to happen, because corner cutting is not ideal. I mean, that's where it locks up. It can barely go a piece before it just locks up on you. So, I mean, I guess that comes in trade for the nice speed of it, but I'd say that's the one major flaw that this puzzle has, and it has actually slowed me down quite a bit, where I'm like doing my PLL or something, and here, let's throw an example, and then suddenly I go, and then there's this huge lockup, and I drop the cube, and then so that can really hurt your times, especially if you're in a competition. And again, the Moyu Oolong, it's a lot better in that category. It can go about 45 degrees, maybe even a bit over. And while this one, it's just, yeah, if you're not very accurate with your turns, and you don't really want a cube that locks up, I would actually recommend one of the Moyu cubes over this. So, that's, I think, where the flaw is the most. The rest of the cube is actually pretty good. When it comes to popping on this cube, I have to say that this has probably the best anti-pop mechanism out of all my cubes right now. Just because it's like, even if I try to pop a piece out, it takes a lot of effort to pop it out, which is why I don't really like taking it apart and cleaning it every once in a while, because it takes a lot of work. But again, this is probably the bright side of the cube when it comes to competitions. You know, it's never going to pop on you, and you're never going to have to go on the floor and find the pieces and put them back on. So, like, this cube has never popped on me either, but, you know, it's just counting down the days until it does. Because, I mean, but actually my Moyu Oolong has not popped on me either, but my Diane Zanchi, which is not here right now, has actually popped quite a bit. So, I think when it comes to popping, this cube really shows its true colors in that section, and I think that that's probably the best part of it. Overall, this cube is pretty good. I wouldn't recommend it for the fastest cubers because of the corner cutting problems and the fact that there are better turning puzzles. So, I would probably recommend it if you're about 15 to 30 seconds. This would probably be a good cube for you. It's my second favorite cube, because I just like the way it feels, how it glides over each piece and there's minimal friction. For me, it's actually, I like it better than the Moyu Oolong because it fits my turning style better. like, I always tend to overshoot with the Moyu Weilong, and this tends to be a lot better in that category. So I think overall, this is a pretty good cube, especially for the price. It's only about $10 on Amazon.com. So I would really recommend this cube for anyone who just needs a quick buy, and anyone who just really needs a stable cube that you can get consistent times with.